All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I hope y'all doing well this weekend. We got some stuff to talk to you guys about. We're gonna start with AB and the Bucs. Then we're gonna move to the SEC because they're having some problems with coronavirus. Then we're gonna move to the NBA and talk about two things with the new season having a start date, as well as all the drama going on with the Rockets. Cuz, you ready to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Hey, so let's get to that grind.
Let's not waste no time.
And you better not step out of line or you gonna get teed up. And also, as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube, man. Make sure that you do that so that we can boost our follow count, really.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't. Don't forget to hit that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hit the bell so
Hit
you
the
get a
bell.
notification every time that we put up a new video, man. Now, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right, man, let's get into it.
All right, so first things first, with the new acquisition of Antonio Brown, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not look good with their first game against the New Orleans Saints. Got blown out last Sunday. And what do you think? Does that have anything to do with AB?
Yeah, I think it does. Ryan Shazier recently came out. He was just like, you know what I'm saying, if they don't treat AB right or if they don't handle AB right, it could cost them being the Super Bowl team. And I think a lot of that showed itself in the game against the Saints where, I mean, they look awful. Their offense could have moved the ball, and you think they'd be able to do that with weapons.
I think it's a line problem. They couldn't stop the Saints defensive line for anything. And partially it's because I think Bruce Arians and Tom Brady have to work out a happy medium. Bruce Arians wants to throw the ball deep. Tom Brady doesn't have the arm for that, an entire game of that.
Yeah.
He has to get his dink and dunk passes first, get started in the game, and then he'll move the ball how he moves the ball. But I don't think it's going to work just playing it the way that they were playing. They were throwing a lot of downfield passes, ran the ball 5 times. One of those was a kneel. I mean, it's not a
sufficient way to run the game.
Right.
And like you were saying about the offensive line, that's the highest pressure rate Tom Brady's faced all year. So I think the offensive line didn't mesh. And I think Bruce Arians naturally having a high volume passing offense, adding AB kind of hyped him up in his head a little bit, and he thought he was just going to be able to throw the ball the whole game. And I think that hurt himself, and he didn't utilize his running backs correctly during that game, partially because he had a new toy he wanted to mess around with.
I called this. I called it. I said every time someone says it's an all-star team, it goes bad. You have too many mouths to feed. Now it's the same situation. Now I'm not saying they can't fix it, but I want my due. I did say,
hey, he said that. I also didn't think AB was a great fit on the Bucs. I thought it was just going to be more of his personality. Who knows? Is it his personality right now? Is it just the fact that he's there and you feel like you have to throw him the ball? I don't know, but Bruce Arians and Tom Brady got a lot to figure out right now.
They do. I feel like I knew it was something weird when Mike Evans was barely touching the ball. He touched the ball he get one reception for a touchdown, but that's your number one receiver truly, and he's not getting targets like that. So I'm like, okay, he's not working it the way that I expected Tom Brady to be working the ball with all these weapons. I've seen Chris Godwin get majority of the load. He's not hurt, so that's tough.
Yeah, I think I think we're both alluding at is getting AB there. I think AB had 5 catches or 5 targets, something like that. And they're trying to work the ball to him. They might be trying a little too hard. And we'll see how this affects the Bucs for the rest of the season, especially since a lot of people have them making a deep playoff run with how their defense has also been playing. But for now, we're going to stop that right there. And we're going to get into some SEC news because all of our favorite games got canceled this week. So we'll be back and we're going to get right into that. But before that, you know what time it is. Prime time predictions. So we'll see y'all in a second. All right, what's up, guys? Introducing something new to you guys, calling it the Teed Up push-up challenge. What this is every week starting next week on Wednesdays, I will post all of my predictions for the NFL games of the week, starting from Thursday all the way until Monday. And you guys will have the opportunity to go head-to-head with me and bet 25 push-ups on the games that we're predicting. Now, if I am correct and you guys are wrong, I'm gonna need you guys to post a video of you doing your 25 push-ups on your Instagram story and tag the Teed Up Instagram. But if I am by some crazy circumstance wrong, I will post a video of me doing 25 push-ups for each game that I predicted incorrectly and post it and tag the people who bet against me on the Instagram. So I'm looking forward to betting with you guys. I'm looking forward to beating you guys, and we'll see how this goes. But for now, that's all I got for you guys with the Teed Up Push-Up Challenge. Now moving on to my primetime predictions, because y'all know I'm pretty much never wrong. So we're going to start off with the Bills and the Cardinals. Man, I almost forgot which game I was talking about, but the Bills and the Cardinals, I'm picking the Bills in this one. They just coming off a big week against the Seahawks. The defense looks like they're back, and Arizona just has not played good defense because Tua lit them up last week. Now moving on to the Rams and the Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson's going to bounce back. He didn't have a great week last week. I think he turned the ball over like 4 times. I don't see Russell Wilson doing that again, even against Aaron Donald. So I got the Seahawks in this game. Now we got the Ravens versus the Patriots. It's going to be an interesting game just because it's a home game for the Patriots. But I'm going to pick the Ravens in this one. The Patriots just haven't looked that great this year and just won a nail biter against the Jets. So I got the Ravens. And last one, we got the Vikings and the Bears. The Bears have been okay this season. They've been a sneaky good team, but the Vikings, while they have disappointed, have been hot the last couple weeks, especially with how Dalvin Cook has been playing. So I'm going to have to go with the Vikings beating the Bears in this one. I think the Vikings will be too much for the Bears to handle. But that's all I got for y'all this week. Those are my primetime predictions, and I will see y'all next week. Peace out. All right, time to talk about the NCAA. Mostly the SEC, but still NCAA.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's pretty much it's worldwide.
So this week, due to COVID, we won't be able to see some teams like Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. None of those teams will be playing because teams are missing games due to positive COVID cases. Man, what is going on?
I don't know. I'm losing faith in the full season.
Yeah.
Once again, I mean, this is the second week without Alabama football for me. I'm very depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State's not gonna be playing. The only team that's gonna be playing is Clemson. I don't like that. But what's going on? I don't really know. I mean, like, it's another spike. We all know that.
Yeah.
But this just causes concern because, like, we can't continue to have, a week cut off because some team has COVID or someone caught COVID, so we can't play the game.
Yeah.
And keep pushing the season back and back and back. We can't keep doing that. So, like, there's gonna have to be some type of facilitation with the NCAA saying, okay, this is what we're gonna do. It's looking very, very bleak.
So I did see earlier today,
that's what I was
that they sent out something saying they're planning on maybe postponing
the college football playoff
or figuring out how many extra weeks they're gonna need for the season,
right? Until
the regular season is finished. So that might work, but is there not a limit on how long fall sports can go for the NCAA or
NCAA? I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? They're still students, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people are looking to leave after this semester.
Yeah.
You gonna keep them till the semester over?
I mean, in a way, not till the semester is over, but in a way, a lot of these teams that we're talking about right now, at least, they play until January, February-ish. Anyway, because they're going to playoffs.
Well, fair playoffs in
January.
New Year's.
Yeah. Those are the playoffs, and then if you go longer than that, you technically in it until early February, January.
What do you mean longer than that?
The playoffs don't go the entire. They don't finish on New Year's.
Championships always on December 29th.
I'm saying the college football playoff championship.
Yeah.
That's not December. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're saying the championship is on New Year's.
Yeah,
And then the playoffs are.
because they have the New Year's 6 bowls, and that's when it ends.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Still, a lot of these teams, they're going to be over that December, that semester line anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's gonna be a little weird, especially for them playing football that long, because some of these people still be practicing. It's gonna be weird for the students, for their bodies, and just to have college football that long. Because like I said, we're used to college football cutting off in January, but we'll see what decision the NCAA makes. I don't think either of us have faith that they'll make the right decision or that it'll work for everybody. But that's all we got for y'all with that right now. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about what's happening in NCAA. We got to talk about the deadline. And then after that, we're going to talk about the Rockets. So let's get into it. All right, we're back. It's time to talk about the NBA. Haven't been able to in a while, but we got some news for y'all now. So let's get to it, man.
All right. So I know we're a couple weeks late, or a week late on this, but they have now determined, the NBA, that we will start their season December 22nd. Sort of early for the players that were in the playoffs and the bubble, but a very good time for people that were not. What are your thoughts?
It's gonna be a weird start to the season, and I think we're gonna have to get through this full season before the NBA can feel back to normal, because LeBron's already said it. He's cherry picking the whole first half of the season.
Yeah,
I can see that coming from a lot of players, just because a lot of players are going to be operating off what I think is the shortest offseason in sports history for any league. And some of these will be probably operating off the longest offseason in sports history. I mean, some of these guys have had literally a year off, and their bodies are feeling great, and teams like the Warriors are going to benefit from it, but teams like the Lakers, Heat, Nuggets, Celtics are going to struggle coming out the gates because they're tired.
Yeah. They really haven't gotten that big break that you would like to have from an off season, especially after taking a short break, going back for whatever, how many days, 90 days or whatever, and then going back to an off season and now going back to play another season. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the players that played in the bubble, played in the playoffs, and played in the finals, how they're going to benefit from, starting the season. I don't think they really do benefit from it all that much. It's just going to be really interesting to see, especially the beginning parts, because you got people like I said, the like you said earlier, the Nuggets and the Heat and the Celtics and Lakers that played for so long, and then you got teams like the Warriors, and some of the Nets players did go to the bubble, but the two people I'm talking about did not. And KD and Kyrie, who had a whole year off for the most part. Those players are going to be fresh and ready to play some basketball, ready to show what they can do against teams that are probably still dog tired emotionally.
And I think the biggest part for the teams that did go to the bubble is that the part that's going to be hardest is that you're stopping and going and then stopping and going.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part, to kick your body back into playing at a professional level, you know what I'm saying, without optimal rest. So it's going to be a weird start to the season. It'll be real interesting to see how these top teams and these teams that got rest, play it out. I think the season's going to end up playing out a lot more even, because top teams will be on cruise control at the beginning of the season and then kick it into gear later. And those younger teams that probably weren't in the bubble might steal a couple more upset wins. But while we're talking about teams that were in the bubble, we got to get to the Rockets. So when we come back, we're going to talk about how this Rocket's about to blow up like the 1986 Challenger. So we will see y'all in a second. Here we go. It's time to talk about the Rockets, because they are completely dysfunctional right now. Maybe NASA needs to go in there and try to fix whatever's going on with these Rockets.
All right.
But, I mean, talk to me about what's going on, man. It's wild.
So, I mean, I know about the Russell Westbrook situation. He said he wants out.
Yeah.
No one's heard from James Harden. The other players that I don't want to even name, Daniel House, Austin Rivers,
PJ Tucker,
PJ Gordon, PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon. It's a lot of dysfunction. Everybody on that team is like it's about to implode.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why. I mean, I figured most of it has to do with getting a new coach. D'Antoni's gone. A lot of players didn't like their roles last year, but it's new coach, new coaching system. Give it a year. But everybody's like, no, I want to leave.
You know, I've seen this where it's like people are really starting to ask questions about Harden because one of the reports that came out is the reason Russ wants out is he was giving everybody things that, you know what I'm saying, they should improve on when they were losing in the playoffs, and Harden didn't take that well. And I think the style of basketball that it does have a lot to do with D'Antoni, but that Harden has played over the past couple of years is leaving a lot of these players upset, and that's why they're rolled, because Harden has the ball 100% of the time.
Yeah.
People like Austin Rivers, he's not a catch and shoot player. He's a shot creator.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to do that. So I'm wondering if maybe Harden is rubbing everybody in the locker room the wrong way, because he's like, I'm gonna go get 40 and y'all do you.
Oh, I mean, I could see that. It's hard for me to say like Harden is wrong though.
Yeah,
he gonna put his points up.
Yeah,
and I've seen players do that in the past, and I really didn't. Obviously, it was in the past, so we didn't really have that situation where we could hear from them and see like, oh, their frustration out of it. But like, I think back to like Kobe when he ain't have like that great team. He was like, I'm gonna put up 45 and y'all just gonna deal with it. Yeah. And you gonna get whatever you get off a rebound or whatever. If I pass it to you, shoot it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I see another like James Harden sitting. But it's like, it don't sit well with anybody. And of course, you got people like Austin Rivers, who, like you said, playmaker.
Yeah.
Maybe they shouldn't be on that team if they're going to play that style of basketball. But again, I say give it a year with this new coaching staff, new offensive sets. You could take the ball out of Harden's hand a little bit more and see how that works.
I agree with you. Give this new system a chance. This coach does seem like he wants to change a lot, and he won't operate similar to how D'Antoni did. But with the PJ Tucker situation, get that man his money. Y'all had him go out there and guard Dwight Howard,
Anthony Davis,
JaVale McGee. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'5". Get a man his money, because he played his heart out, even though, you know, he didn't look like he belonged there at times.
He never looks like he belongs there. He looks like he belongs in a corner store somewhere. I'm just playing.
But he played his heart out. And hey, he banged with some of them big men. So I give the man PJ Tucker his props. Get him his money. But that's all we got for the Rockets. We know they gonna explode probably.
It's going to implode. Yeah, it's not even going to take off this year, because if you already saying I want out without even giving the thought of a new you gone. You already out of it.
So we'll see what happens with that. But for now, we're gonna get to the last segment of the show, and that's our technical fouls of the day. So we'll see y'all when we come back. So, all right, let's get into it. Our technical fouls of the day. Cuz, who are you teeing up this week?
Okay, staying in football.
All right, what's up?
Yeah. So, you know, as of late, the NFL has been very fine, happy, especially to do with the COVID thing. You know, keep your mask on. A couple of weeks ago, Gruden lost his pick because, you know, he couldn't keep mask on the sidelines. Sort of funny. So it's sort of funny that this week, the Raiders played, or this past week, the Raiders played Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep.
And kept their mask on.
Good job, man. Good job.
But on the Chargers sideline, you know, they had masks. They came up with something real creative. Special teams assistant Keith Burns ended up saying, I don't have a real mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pair of these training shorts and just put it over my face.
That's the way to do it, Keith.
So he used the trainer shorts as his mask. It looked really funny. don't know if you can find him for that. I don't know. Like,
he had his face covered.
He got a face cover. It looked, I don't know. It looked like one of the little gator face masks a little bit. If you turn and look at it from the side, you could be like, okay. It's something wrong with it. It's something wrong with it. So it got to get teed up. Keith Burns, you're teed up this week.
Man,
I don't know. I don't even know if I should be mad at you. Like, that was real innovative and creative. You just like, I gotta go out there. I gotta help out, especially this year with special teams looking so bad. It's like, I gotta be there. Hey, gee, you couldn't ask nobody for a mask.
Shout out to Keith for the creativity, man.
I know somebody on that squad got a mask for him to wear.
Somebody. I don't know. One of the trainers got to be carrying one or something. I don't know.
He said, I'm going to wear shorts. Go ahead.
Keith teed up. Me, I'm going to take my technical foul over to somewhere. I don't know if we've had a technical foul in boxing yet.
It's no we don't mess with them people.
Yeah, well, this guy is a little crazy, and this story fits his crazy personality.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm teeing up Mike Tyson this week. I hope he don't see this. It don't hurt me. But Mike Tyson recently recounted a story of how he used to get away with his drug test because he loved to smoke weed. And he used what apparently is a commonplace in boxing called the Wizinator, where you use a fake ding-a-ling to pass the drug test. But what Mike Tyson did that others don't do is he filled it up with a family member's urine. Mm-hmm. He was originally going to use his wife's, but she was like, what if it shows up as pregnant? So he said, nah, I'm going to use the kids. So he used his son's urine to pass his drug test.
Yeah.
Mike, come on, man. Like, it was that deep. You need to cheat that bad. Come on, man.
And this is olden days. This is old. This isn't like now where it's like, I smoke weed.
Yeah.
This is like weed.
Yeah.
So like, I get it a little bit.
I get why but the Wizinator, dog. That's what they call it, the Wizinator. Come on, man. For that, Mike Tyson, you gotta get teed up, dog.
Teed up, bro.
That's just strange. And I think we gotta end it there, man. Yeah. I think we gotta end it there. That is it for this week. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Like we said earlier, like, comment, subscribe, and share these episodes. But that's all we got for this week. So for now, this is Teed Up, signing out.